That's what I want. That's what I want from crypto, bro. Keep fucking going a little bit more and you hit my TP, bro, please. I'll be back in 2 minutes, bro. Oh, nice cup of coffee. How? What? Close. No. Close. What? Bro, why are you doing that? Bro, how much? Like this? You didn't hit my TP like this, bro. Why are you doing that to me? That is... I don't know, bro. Damn it.
No way, bro, is trading whilst in a Tesla.
Yeah, bro. It's got a screen, right? Right,
It's okay not to be looking at the charts, you know?
If you can look at the charts, then you should look at the charts, right?
I mean, I guess, but... What is your screen time on TradingView daily?
10 hours.
Yeah, he still can't afford TradingView Premium. Embarrassing.
Don't know what you're saying.
Look at sell. I need to make $3,000 today. Come on, 1,500 more? 1,000 more. As soon as this candle disrespects my wick, it's gonna just drop. But this candle doesn't have a wick on top. Okay, made a wick, now it has to flip and go bearish. Come on, now we can get 3,000. 3,000, there we go. I made $3,000 today.
Make money now by this strategy.
Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is called a bearish sentiment. Now, anytime you see a bearish sentiment, ideally, that's when I'm going to be looking for buys. Does that make sense?
But why are you looking for buys though?
Excellent question. The reason why I'm going to be looking for buys when the sentiment is bearish is because the market just chases liquidity. I say this every day in and day out, and the only reason why I repeat this all the time is because that's just what happens and the market repeats itself. As you can see over here, there's what's resting above here? Liquidity, correct?
Yeah.
Liquidity also resting above here. More liquidity resting above here. And at the same time, the liquidity from below keeps getting taken out and rated. But eventually what happens to that liquidity? We go to the right, boom. It got taken out, right? So that's why we're going to be looking for buys within this area. So then we can target these areas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just watch how he was patient.
Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. The world is yours.
Watch how he explains fair value gaps.
10 inverse fair value gaps. This is one of the most powerful entry confirmations out there. So in a bullish environment, if you are able to identify an area of imbalance, it would be expected that price action will come back down to this level of imbalance and then react to the upside. However, if you have a higher time frame point of interest area and you notice a down candle being formed and you notice this candle closes below this level of imbalance, we have now violated this level of imbalance, therefore turning it into an inverse imbalance. And what typically happens is price will still utilize this area as a level of support resistance, come back in, retest, and then move in its intended direction lower or higher. So as you can see, price is moving lower. It then hits this daily manipulation level and it completely disrespects this level of sell side imbalance, which then turns it into an inverse imbalance. You can utilize this area as your entry target.
This millionaire makes $300,000 by this.
Every single time I see this pattern in the markets, I know I'm going to make anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000. It's very easy. Market is heading up, has a major reversal pattern, creating a left head and a right shoulder. You need to have one entry be right at that right shoulder or the second entry at the break of that neckline. This is technically an early entry. This is technically the traditional and better entry. Now let me show you on the real market. As you guys can see here, this market was bullish heading up into this area. Then we created left, head, right shoulder. Could have had an early entry here or at the break and retest with the engulfing after retesting this neckline while being under the EMA, giving you a positive 1 to 4 just support.
Subscribe for more.
Bill Gates' dad is a trader.
What I think are the best traders in the world. Most of them are not common names. They like to be quiet. They're trading large amounts of money. They don't want to be followed. But that being said, they do share common traits, which the biggest thing is they have set rules. They know themselves intimately. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. They never break their rules when they do. They take a time out, clear their head, get back to business. This trading is a business. It's not fun time. You know, when things are going well, you can't be doing the happy dance. It's, you know, it's all about, you know, adhering to the rules and never breaking them. And I've seen some traders that would have worked for me. You know, when I ran stuff at institutions, ran large trading desks, you'd see guys lose their edge and lose their ability to manage themselves and completely fall apart, and never catch it again.
This is how it feels when you crack the code.
How this trader explains liquidity.
Liquidity works like a rubber band. Whenever price is in a range, the rubber band is like this. When you grab liquidity, right, you then go down to grab to give you that spring outside of the range, right? Otherwise, we're just gonna bounce between these two spots like this. Now, look at yesterday's example, how we grabbed liquidity, right? This was just a tight range. We broke out, fake out. Why? Because there was no liquidity grab. Where did we go? We went down, grabbed liquidity. That's your rubber band coming down to give you what? This spring here that moved price all the way to the upside.
Must-have trading apps to start your trading journey. 1. TradingView. This is by far the best platform for charting. 2. MyFXBook. Not only does MyFXBook show you the economic calendar for the upcoming week and the weeks to come, it also has the position size calculator, which is absolutely crucial for your risk management. 3. MetaTrader 5. We use this app to take all of our entries. If you're an iPhone user in the US, you will have to use the desktop version. So if you didn't know,
one 4-hour candle can retire your 9 to 5. I'm talking about scalping using ICT's Power of 3, where if you are bullish, you focus on buying below the opening price of the 4-hour candle. If you're bearish, you focus on buying above the opening price of that 4-hour candle. Let's look at an example. So here we can see that this candle is bullish. We want to ideally be finding a buy entry below the opening price of the 4-hour candle. The way we do that is spotting accumulation, then a liquidity raid below the opening price of the 4-hour candle. The entry here after that raid would be from an inversion fair value gap. That's where you enter the trade, and all you have to do is let price expand from there.
Being $1 million a coin at some point.
If you had $1 million to invest into 3 crypto coins, how would you split it up?
Great question. So I was very resistant of the whole crypto thing for a while, just didn't believe in it. I'm a big equity guy. I've been trading the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, for 40 years. So I didn't believe in it. And then once it kind of got away with me, I got angry that I didn't get involved. I'm a restricted broker, so I'm not actually allowed to trade equities where I'm in for customers for 30 days. So I've actually, up until recently, never owned a share of stock in my life, even though that's what I do for a living. I think if I had $1 million, I would put it in Bitcoin and probably Ethereum, but there's no question that crypto's here to stay. It's going to become big. I can see it being $1 million a coin at some point.
Do you have a biggest loss in your career that comes to mind?
Yeah, so my biggest loss is 67 grand in a day, but I was honestly floating very badly today. Let's see how it's gone. So right now I'm down 62K. So I might set like a new record, which would be pretty bad. But like the thing is, bro, this account balance is 138K now. I started this. It's an account flip that I started out on 2 grand. So even if I lose the 62, like I'm not too worried. I've already withdrawn my 2 grand. I've already withdrawn an additional 12 grand after that. So everything is kind of house money. That way I don't really feel like it's a loss. But at the end of the day, it would be my biggest loss if this does surpass that.